Apparently, contractors in general, and roofing contractors specifically, have a bad reputation. I know this because I get told that quite often in the comments section on my YouTube videos. Now, the bad actors within the roofing industry are going to be pretty public because usually when something goes wrong, a homeowner has lost a significant amount of money, or maybe even several homeowners have lost a significant amount of money. Hi everybody, this is Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing. Welcome to another one of our Walk in the Park videos. Today, we're going to talk about bad reputations, right? Some of you probably remember that song by Joan Jett back in the 80s. Well, a lot of people seem to think that should be the theme song for all roofing contractors, maybe even all contractors. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the not so public, behind the scenes, dirty little secret about insurance adjusters. But before I do that, I am going to qualify this by saying that I know that not every insurance adjuster is a bad actor. Not every insurance adjuster is malicious. Not every insurance adjuster is out to do things wrong. Now, for property and casualty claims, like your home, there are two types of adjusters. There are the staff adjusters. So those are the ones that actually work for your insurance company. So for example, if you have State Farm, if you have Farmers, if you have USAA, a staff adjuster works for that specific company. Then there are what's called CAT adjusters, catastrophe team. All right, and so oftentimes those can be staff adjusters as well. Those can actually work for the insurance company. But most of the time, those are going to be subcontractors. So they're third-party companies that subcontract out to the insurance company to do the adjusting for the insurance company. So here's the scoop on how things work with many of the third-party subcontractor adjuster. They get called to an area that's been hit by some sort of catastrophe, some sort of weather catastrophe, whether it's a big fire or a hurricane or an earthquake, tornado, or even a hailstorm. If there's too much work for the staff adjusters to be able to handle, then that insurance company or the insurance companies are going to start subcontracting out with these third-party adjuster companies to handle the load for them. Well, that makes total sense. But here's what doesn't make sense. The fact that oftentimes, maybe even all the time, the insurance companies will pay the adjuster, the third-party subcontractor adjuster, will pay that adjuster a commission based on the claim amount. Yes, you heard me right. You call your insurance company sends out a third-party subcontractor adjuster. That adjuster, when he arrives at your property, he knows that the higher the claim, the more he's going to get paid for his work on that claim. What happens if he comes out to your house and there's no damage? There's no insurable damage. Well, he has to go through pretty much the same amount of work. He's got to photograph everything. He's got to document everything. He's got to write up his report. But then he's only going to get paid a flat fee for the amount of work that he's put in. If there's a claim, if the claim gets approved, then he's going to make a whole lot more money on the commission that he makes that's based on the claim amount. So basically, your insurance company is financially incentivizing that adjuster to approve a claim and to make sure that the claim has as much money in it as is allowable, as is possible, as the adjuster thinks that the insurance company will include in the claim. But what kind of problems does that produce? You might think, hey, that's actually a pretty good deal because I'm going to get a brand new roof out of this deal. But there are implications for you, and let's talk about that. So here's what that leads to. That leads to insurance adjusters falsifying not only their documentation about what's going on your property, but also the total claim amount. So what happens? An insurance adjuster may, again, I'm going to qualify, I'm going to say not all adjusters do this, but an insurance adjuster may start collecting a stock library of photos of damage. So that way, if he's on your house and you have a gray shingle and there's not enough damage up there, then he'll just start putting in his report photos that he has in his library of other gray shingles that look like yours that have substantial damage. But what if he doesn't have a stock library full of damaged photos? Well, then the other thing that they do is they will start taking photos. So let's say you have a few hail hits on your roof, but not enough to actually warrant a claim. But you have a few. Well, they'll start taking photos of that same hail hit from different angles. So now it looks like you have way more damage than you actually have. Now I can hear people say, oh, come on. How do you know this? You're just making this up. I wish I were, but the way that I know it is because insurance adjusters have told me this. I met an insurance adjuster on a roof. He was a third-party adjuster, and he explained to me exactly how the system works. But let me give you a real-world example and tell you why this matters to you as a homeowner. Because remember, your thought might be, what difference does it make? I'm getting a new roof out of the deal. If my insurance company wants to frivolously throw away money at me, let them. Okay, well, here's why that matters to you. I have customers who own a fairly upscale house, and there was a hailstorm here about 4 years ago, and the edge of the storm just kind of skirted their neighborhood. So instead of calling me or another roofer and asking me to come out and take a look to see if there was damage and recommend whether or not they should file a claim, they just called their insurance company, which we do not recommend doing. They called their insurance company and asked to have somebody from the insurance company come check the roof. Adjuster came out, got up on the roof, did his thing, and came back down with some photos and his findings. Well, this homeowner has a fairly large asphalt shingle roof, and then it's got two sections on it that are porch awnings, pretty large, that are metal. So he came down and showed him a bunch of photos and said, oh yeah, your roof is totaled. You have hail damage all over the roof. The metal is hail damaged. And he showed him all of the photos of all of this supposed damage. All right, so now they've got a claim. They have an approved claim. Well, they have a claim that's in process of approval. And so then they called me and asked me to come out and take a look at the roof so that I could come up with my estimate and start working with the insurance company to replace the roof. I got out there. How many hail dents did I find on the asphalt shingle roof? Two. Now, for the uninformed, that's not enough to warrant a roof replacement. How many hail dents did I find on both of the metal roofs? 0. None. So the photos that he showed them, where did he get those, right? It wasn't from their roof, but here's why this was important for this homeowner, and it's important for you also, because now they have a claim on their record that they didn't need to file, and they had a $12,000 deductible, which would have been about 1/3 of the price of their roof replacement. So $12,000 would have had to come out of their pocket to pay to replace a roof that they didn't need to replace. And remember, they would have had a claim on their record, which counts against them, and they didn't need to have that claim. Thankfully, when I told them what was going on, I told them, you need to call your insurance company and get that claim removed from your record. Not just zeroed out, but completely removed off of their record. Well, when they did that, the insurance company had a different adjuster from the same third-party adjuster company call me to discuss what was going on. So when I explained everything to him, showed him photos of the roof, his response to me was, well, that was probably just a commission-hungry adjuster. Okay, so now you know the behind the scenes dirty little secret about insurance adjusters. But guess what? It gets better, because next week we're going to talk about the behind the scenes dirty little secret about insurance agents when it comes to the whole claim process. So you're definitely going to want to tune in for that one. Okay, now remember that just because some insurance adjusters do these kinds of things, some insurance adjusters try to game the system, that doesn't mean that they all do. I've worked with, oh gosh, dozens and dozens and dozens of insurance adjusters, maybe even hundreds of insurance adjusters. And for the most part, they're good people. If that logic applies to insurance adjusters, wouldn't that same logic apply to your contractors? Not every contractor has a bad reputation. All right, I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you've got any questions, please give us a call right up here. Our office phone number is 719-433-6991. You can also visit our website. That's right down here, homesteadroofingcolorado.com. If this video has been helpful for you, please give us a big thumbs up and be sure to share the video with others that you think might need this information. Please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon up there so that way you get notified when we've got new videos. And until our next Walk in the Park, I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing.